Welcome again to another edition of Resource PNG. This week we take a look at the PNG Clean and Renewable Energy Conference held here at the University of Papua New Guinea. Now in this segment we take a look at the opening ceremony on the day one of the conference, where the Minister for Public Enterprise and State Investments, Ben Micah, spoke to participants and his thoughts on clean and renewable energy.
The University of Papua New Guinea was a hive of activity as it played host to the PNG Clean and Renewable Energy Conference. The conference was hosted by the School of Natural and Physical Sciences to talk about the contemporary issue of energy, which is critical in shaping the global landscape. According to Vice Chancellor of the University of Papua New Guinea, Professor Albert Melam, energy and renewable energy is $1 million investment, and UPNG must take the leadership in this area in partnership with the government and other stakeholders.
And hopefully this university, in partnership with government agencies and in particular the ministries that are relevant in this area, can then look critically at the contribution that this important seminar will make in terms of our policy on energy, in terms of our economic traction on energy, in terms of community participation on energy, and so forth.
Minister for Public Enterprises and State Investments, Ben Micah, provided the keynote address, stating the importance of developing the policy in energy for Papua New Guinea. He said PNG must become a leader in renewable energy because PNG has all the natural energy resources. So the challenge now is for the academics and intellectuals to do more research and be leaders in this area of energy.
This conference is not about non-renewable, okay? But there is enough non-renewable and renewable source of energy in this country that will make us the envy of every nation on this earth. Because from all these available energy sources, we can be able to give light, give power, to 100% of our people, all right? We can sell to the mighty economy of Australia down south of us. We can sell this excess power to the mighty 200 million people over in our neighbor to the west. And all the nations of the world who are now going to struggle because there will be energy short, there will be energy deficit, you know. In the energy policy, we will establish an independent energy regulator. This energy regulator will be able to issue licenses to private providers of power and then be able to regulate, the application of the energy policy in the energy industry, right? And then we will now break up, the current monopoly, where PNG Power is the only authority or the only body allowed to generate power, transmit power, distribute power, and then retail or sell it to consumers.
The European Union also presented at the conference. Its representative, Mr. Carlos Battaglini, spoke on the EU's involvement on global best practices in energy policy and its support to the energy sector in PNG. He said the key challenge is advocating energy access globally by establishing partnerships with countries. This approach would help promote sustainable agriculture, access to clean water, a decent education, and basic healthcare.
It's a kind of comprehensive approach that set actions to help to mitigate energy poverty in line with, as I say, with the agenda for change and the sustainable energy for all. That's, let's say, the core and the objective behind all our policies.
Day one of the Clean and Renewable Energy Conference also included an exhibition where various companies involved in renewable energy displayed their products.
It's now up to each and every one of us from Papua New Guinea to make use and apply the technology.
You're watching Resource PNG. After the break, we continue our look at the PNG Clean and Renewable Energy Conference here at the University of Papua New Guinea. Welcome back to Resource PNG. This week we're looking at the PNG Clean and Renewable Energy Conference held here at the University of Papua New Guinea. In this segment, we take a look at the proceedings on day 2 of the conference.
Day 2 of the Clean and Renewable Energy Conference got underway with opposition leader Don Polier addressing the conference.
I believe that for Papua New Guinea to succeed in the next 4 decades, we need to shift our thinking from the old paradigm to something completely innovative and new, and what we're doing now in this conference, engaging these views, should drive Papua New Guinea to developing a very comprehensive, a workable policy that we can drive our country's development programs with through the application of clean energy.
This gathering is an important event for Papua New Guinea, bringing together an array of perspectives representing governments, civil society and industry to discuss some of the challenges that we all face and how together we can find ways to produce and use energy in ways that are increasingly safe, secure and environmentally responsible.
And the university has been very fortunate to have very eminent and distinguished speakers in academia and in the industry come to this single platform to share what you know, your experiences about energy and renewable energy. And for the university, we're extremely grateful that this partnership have invested, perhaps in a small way, a body of knowledge that can then encourage us to expand on the conversations that we have had in the last 2 days. The University of Papua New Guinea, like all other universities, provides that platform for practitioners and academicians to come together, to debate issues, to perhaps create transfers, but at the end of the day you agree on a win-win strategy to drive whatever agenda you have for the day in terms of conferencing. And on this occasion, it's about energy, it's about renewable energy. The university also recognize and convey our appreciation to government through the Minister of State Public Enterprise and Investments, Mr. Ben Micah, the Leader of Opposition, Mr. Don Polier, and our Minister, Honorable Malakai Tabar, for finding time to come and share with us the views of government and the alternate government in terms of this very topical issue, energy and renewable energy.
Minister for Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Malakai Tabar, also addressed the conference, and he spoke on what his department is doing to promote the use of clean and renewable energy now and into the future.
Over the last 12 months, we have, and especially with Professor Matainaho and Professor Kavanamur, we have said a lot, we have discussed a lot, all the way to Australia, especially Canberra, and we are cooperating. We're working together with the other institutions and especially the Australian Research Council. Early next month there is another gathering, and the Global Research Fund is going to be hosted jointly by Australia and Papua New Guinea in Canberra on the 2nd to the 3rd of December. We will be there. We would like to, and personally for me, I have been doing my best to try and encourage government, especially people in the decision-making unit of government, to understand a major part of a government to ensuring that a lot of the ideas and innovative initiatives of researchers in Papua New Guinea or any country for that matter can be supported and supported properly, coordinated and organized so as we see the start of it and we see the end of it, and we also try and work and massage it so that the application comes. This is a conference and you have all these recommendations and you have all these technical discussions. I've made this commitment through this department. We're going to find avenues, especially a journal or some media system, to try and further translate all of these discussions so that it's applicable and can be relevant to people down further in the chain of living in this country.
You're watching Resource PNG. After the break, we take a look at what's been making headlines within the resource sector. Don't go away. Welcome back to Resource PNG. Now it's that time again where we take a look at what's been making news within the resource sector in PNG. Accompanied by Papua New Guinea Foreign Minister Rimping Pato, Australian Foreign Minister Julie Bishop arrived in Enga Province to a warm welcome. The purpose of her visit, to witness firsthand the impact of Enga Province's focus on education and health. And she was impressed with a province that has gone from having one of the lowest rates of literacy to arguably the highest by province in Papua New Guinea.
We are working in the education sphere by helping build new classrooms. In fact, 10 new classrooms will be built, or 10 schools will receive new classrooms, new teachers' accommodation, ablution blocks across the Enga province, and we hope that that will help 800 children attend school in the new classrooms. We have 10 Australia Award scholarships for Enga women to undertake certification at the elementary teaching level, so 10 more teachers.
Minister Bishop also had the opportunity to visit the Mambisanda Health Centre in Wapenamanda, run by the Good News Lutheran Church, and to see for herself the state of this health facility that has been providing medical services for over 40 years. In Wabag, Minister Bishop visited Enga College of Nursing and the Institute of Business Studies campus at Erelia, where she announced Australia's pledge to supporting the training of more nurses for Enga Province.
In terms of health services, we're so pleased to be working with the Enga College of Nursing, and we've committed $2 million or 4 million kina to help build the dormitories here and the dining facilities to make this an even better facility for the people of this province. We have 22 scholarships, Australia Award scholarships for Diploma of Nursing, and I know 16 of them are this year for people from Enga Province. So 22 more diplomas of nursing and 12 for next year. So we are investing in the health and educational outcomes here.
Enga Governor Sir Peter Ipatas, often referred to as the father of free education, was pleased with Australia's support, adding that the relationship between Australia and Enga Province was now stronger than ever.
I just want to say that we have a partnership with the Australian government. We want to thank the Australian government for finally deciding to work more closely with the Enga provincial government to try and see more development come to this last province of Papua New Guinea. And I just want to make a call to you as Foreign Minister to continue this partnership that we've developed. And I would like to see some long-term arrangement where we can forge a better relationship so that the Enga provincial government and the Australian government can deliver for the people of Enga.
Petroleum Minister on behalf of the national government announced the second major oil and gas project in the Gulf province.
Today I have the greatest pleasure to express to the media and the country and the people of Gulf that Twinja Oil has taken a huge quantum leap to consider an offshore prospect, which is new in the industry's dimension in terms of the development of oil and gas.
Duban announced the project will be a liquefied petroleum gas or LPG project that will benefit the economy of the country.
The benefit structure that they are proposing for this country is second to none compared to the current project agreements that we have. And the people of Gulf stand to benefit a lot. And the commitment by the government of Papua New Guinea is that we must ensure that they have the PDL as early as next year.
Senior project engineer Eric Kowa said the offshore platform will be built outside the Kerema Bay and will concentrate to condensate gas. While Twinja Oil is yet to acquire full oil and gas license in the country, Mr. Kowa said the development of the project is on schedule.
And with the support of the Minister for Petroleum, Honorable Duban, and the Governor of Gulf, Honorable Cabo, we are looking forward to move forward towards development drilling by fourth quarter of next year.
Meanwhile, the Gulf governor said these are exciting times for Gulf province, having the second LNG project in Gulf and now the new offshore project. However, he stressed the importance of equal distribution of revenue to develop the province.
I believe that's the best way forward, is to see that the project provinces are given maximum attention, given maximum benefit in the projects that are being developed in those provinces.
Minister Duban said the current drop in oil and gas prices continues to affect the country's economy, but he maintained the government is committed to develop this project.
The third joint committee meeting was held this morning in Port Moresby between PNG Power and JICA. The meeting pointed out that the Ramu system, which supplies power to the Highlands region, Medang and Ley, is unstable and has been subjected to frequent power interruptions. The meeting discussed ongoing progress on the two projects funded by JICA, which will help to stabilize future power supply. The two projects are the Ramu System Power Development Master Plan and the Ley Area Distribution Network Improvement Plan.
The high economic growth being driven basically by the mining sector in the Ramu system. We have had to, we are privileged indeed that JICA have come on board to sponsor this study. It's very, very important for the Ramu network. It's the second largest network in our system right now. We also have issues with our assets, aging assets, and I'm pleased to announce here that part of the study is also to do with the Ley distribution upgrade. And Ley, of course, is our second biggest city, so we have had issues in the past, and this study will definitely address those issues.
Director Energy Division and Deputy Secretary for the Department of Petroleum and Energy, Voreveve, reiterated that the government wants to see 70% of Papua New Guineans have access to reliable and affordable electricity by 2050.
In the government, as the Department of Petroleum and Energy, we are undertaking a study, what we call a National Electrification Rollout Plan. And that plan is a very basic plan that we need to roll it out by 2030 to have access, power access to by 70% according to the DSP that we have in the country.
So far, some of the recommendations include the replacement of the aging facilities as an urgent countermeasure and the divergence of power supplies such as natural gas turbine and biomass for stable power supply under the least cost development. Chief Representative of the JICA PNG office, Shigeru Sugiyama, said the projects will require a huge amount of investment.
I think most of the project has not been identified in terms of the financing or in terms of the investors. Therefore, we'd like to ask for your idea how we can encourage the potential investor to come on board, or maybe at least come to be interested.
The final report will be released after comments from today's meeting are incorporated. The report will be made available on the JICA website.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Resource PNG, with a focus on PNG clean and renewable energy. If you'd like to contribute to the program, get in touch with us via email on resourcepng@mtv.com.pg. To view this edition again, log on to www.mtv.com.pg, where you will find a link to the Resource PNG page. We're also on Facebook. Just search for Resource PNG, where you can get all the latest updates on the resource sector in PNG. Now, until next time, I'm Mary Batulo, and this has been Resource PNG.